Hello and welcome to Digital Law Navigator channel. I am Armağan Ebru Bozkurt Yüksel from 9 Eylül University Law Faculty, İzmir. Today I would like to talk you about artificial intelligence governance, shortly AI governance. Let me share my screen with you. Yes. So we are going to talk about artificial intelligence governance. First, we will talk about the concept of AI governance, and then we'll talk about key components of AI governance, and then tools of AI governance, and we will end with a conclusion. AI governance is the framework formed by policies, practices, and standards regarding the ethical and responsible development and use of artificial intelligence. Key aspects within the scope of AI governance include ethical principles in AI development, transparency in AI systems, standards for accountability and fairness, mechanisms for oversight and supervision of AI technologies. Effective AI governance seeks to ensure that artificial intelligence operates in accordance with legal and ethical rules. As the use of AI increases, the importance of its governance will also grow. In June 2023, the AI Governance Alliance was established under the World Economic Forum. The alliance emphasizes the necessity of considering ethical issues at every stage, from development to deployment, and of demonstrating a shared commitment to responsible AI development. And now we have the key components of AI governance. These are transparency and explainability, fairness and non-discrimination, data privacy and security, accountability and oversight. Transparency. Transparency is related to the visibility and openness of the design, data, and functioning of an AI system. To give an example, transparency concerns making the entire mechanism affecting creditworthiness clear and understandable, such as how an AI system used by a company to score customers' creditworthiness is developed and which data it is trained on. When news broke in the press that Amazon's AI used in hiring showed bias against female candidates, the company announced that it had stopped using that algorithm. General Data Protection Regulation in Europe, HIPAA in USA, and the Dodd-Frank Act in USA regulate informing the data subject in advance about automated design making. These are all related to transparency. Explainability refers to making the decisions and outputs of an AI system understandable to users. It's about the ability of people to comprehend the technology-driven process. It allows end users to understand the reasoning behind the outcomes produced by AI. Transparency and explainability must be taken into account when using AI systems. Fairness and non-discrimination. AI fairness is about ensuring that the system is impartial and that individuals and groups are protected from discrimination. According to International Standards Organization Standard number 22,989, AI concepts and terminology standard bias is used to describe the need for different treatment in different situations. In a social context, however, bias refers to the idea that such differences in treatment are unfair. Therefore, using the term fairness is more appropriate than bias in AI, in terms of AI. Although a certain type of bias may be necessary for a system to function properly, undesired biases can lead to unfair outcomes. AI systems must be designed in a way that avoids discrimination based on race, gender, or personal characteristics. Impartiality and fairness involve ensuring that individuals and groups are protected from unjust bias, discrimination, and stigmatization. Audit processes should be established to analyze and address the system's purpose, limitations, requirements, and decisions in an open and transparent manner. Hiring individuals from diverse backgrounds, cultures, and disciplines for AI programming can contribute to a greater diversity of perspectives. Since the gender balance among programmers can be an influencing factor, and an equal representation of women and men should be ensured. Third one is data privacy and security. AI systems must be designed to robust against malicious data and system attacks. There should be a secure shutdown or deactivation mechanism in place. In the event of an attack, the system should be capable of being shut down or deactivated and then restarted safely. The fourth one is accountability and oversight. Mechanisms should be implemented to ensure responsibility and accountability for the AI system and its outputs both before and after its development, deployment, and use. According to the principle of accountability, those who use and operate the system should be held responsible for its proper functioning. The traceability and analysis of data sets, AI processes, and outputs must be ensured. And we have the tools for AI governance. These are AI principles, AI frameworks, legal regulations and policies, voluntary guidelines, standards, and certifications. Let's start with the AI principles. OECD has a recommendation on AI, which has been updated in 2024 as the recommendation of the Council on AI. And we have the value-based principles and then recommendations for policymakers. Value-based principles include inclusive growth, sustainable development and well-being, human rights and democratic values, including fairness and privacy, transparency and explainability, robustness, security and safety, and accountability. Recommendations for policymakers, these are investing in AI research and development, fostering an inclusive AI enabling ecosystem, establishing an interoperable AI governance and policy environment, building human capacity and preparing for labor market transitions, promoting international cooperation for trustworthy AI. And we have EU ethic guidelines for trustworthy AI 2019. And these have human oversight, technical robustness and safety, privacy and data governance, transparency, diversity, non-discrimination and fairness, societal and environmental well-being, and accountability. And we have UN guiding principles for AI governance. The United Nations has published guiding principles in response to varying national regulations. These include AI should be governed in a way that serves the public good and promotes inclusiveness. AI governance should be built alongside data governance. AI governance should be based on universal and multi-stakeholder cooperation, and AI governance should be grounded in international commitments such as the UN Charter, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and the Sustainable Development Goals. The Asilomar AI principles are among the earliest AI governance principles. The Montreal Declaration for a Responsible Development of Artificial Intelligence aims to direct AI development towards serving human well-being and guiding social transformation. In Turkey, within the scope of the National AI Strategy Action Plan, the Minister of Industry and Technology and the Presidency's Digital Transformation Office have announced that a trustworthy AI seal will be established in line with a certification mechanism for auditing and legal compliance of AI applications. And a legal assessment guide for AI applications will be prepared. A value and principles impact assessment framework for AI will be developed, and tools required for the oversight of trustworthy AI will be created. And the second tool for AI governance is AI frameworks. In the USA, NIST AI Risk Management Framework, National Institute of Standards and Technology, AI risk management framework. The framework aims to identify the risks posed by generative AI and to propose appropriate actions for risk management. Its use is based on voluntary adoption. The OECD has defined a four-dimensional framework applicable to AI systems to guide an innovative and trustworthy approach. And so this framework has people and the planet, data and input, economic context, AI model task, and output points. And the third tool, legal regulations and policies. For successful AI governance, compliance with laws and sector-specific regulations is essential. And we have EU Artificial Intelligence Act, and also Canada's Artificial Intelligence and Data Act. This act establishes a framework for the safe and responsible development and deployment of AI technologies. And in USA, US local law 144 of 2021, New York City, prohibits the use of automated employment decision tools by employers and employment agencies unless bias audits are conducted and required notices are provided. Section 207, Human Rights and Algorithms of the American Data Privacy Protection Act, requires entities handling large volumes of data to conduct algorithmic impact assessments. And 2023 US Executive Order on Artificial Intelligence promotes responsible innovation and sets the requirements for companies based in or operating within the United States. China's 2022 Regulation on Recommendation Algorithms for Internet Information Services aims to prevent fraud and protect users in sectors like social media and e-commerce where algorithmic recommendation services are used. Interim measures for the management of generative artificial intelligence services in China regulate the development and use of generative AI technologies. They aim to address concerns such as content moderation, misinformation and misuse, algorithmic discrimination and bias, and transparency. Compliance with personal data protection regulations is also essential in AI governance. For example, if AI is used to monitor employee emails to detect patterns or potential violations, employees must be informed in advance that their corporate email communications will be scanned by AI based on set specific criteria. Similarly, if the company operates a whistleblowing hotline and analyzes the reports using natural language processing techniques, employees must be notified about this beforehand. Sector-specific regulations in the field of AI must also be considered as part of AI governance. And the fourth tool is voluntary guidelines. The White House in the United States has secured commitments from 8 AI companies to manage the risks associated with AI. These companies have agreed to a list of commitments aimed at promoting the safe, secure, and transparent development and use of generative AI model technologies. These commitments are designed to help develop a legal and policy framework for generative AI that aligns with existing laws. In Canada, a voluntary code of conduct on the responsible development and management of advanced generative AI systems has been introduced. And Japan has also issued AI governance guidelines. And fifth tool is standards and certifications. ISO 42001 Information Technology Artificial Intelligence Management System Standard. This standard ensures the responsible development and use of AI systems. It is the first AI management system standard and addresses challenges related to ethics, transparency, and continuous learning. ISO and IEC 24028 Information Technology, Artificial Intelligence Overview of Trustworthiness in AI addresses key issues related to the trustworthiness of AI systems. And IEEE 7000 2021 standard, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, concerns the process of incorporating ethical values throughout the stages of AI development. It supports engineering and management through transparent communication with stakeholders for the identification and prioritization of ethical values. The Institute for Responsible AI has developed a certification program for AI systems that aligns with internationally recognized human rights principles, global best practices, emerging research, and evolving regulations. The program tests the risk level of an AI system and the associated risk mitigation measures. According to the program, the dimensions of responsible AI include explainability and interpretability, bias and fairness, system operations, robustness, security and safety, consumer protection, accountability. The certification program can be tailored to meet the specific needs of companies across various sectors, especially in healthcare, finance, human resources, and procurement. As a conclusion, successful AI governance can be achieved by ensuring that AI systems are used in compliance with legal and ethical rules. The adaptation of ethical principles in the design and use of AI systems, alignment with human values, and fairness are possible only through responsible AI. Responsible AI means that AI is designed, developed, deployed, and managed in a way that respects human rights and supports ethical principles at every stage of its life cycle. All actors within the AI ecosystem must take responsibility for the human, social, and environmental impacts of their decisions. Human-centered development, use, and management of AI to adhere to human values is what defines responsible AI. So, that is the end of my presentation. Now I would like to show you a book. Let me take the book. We have this corporate compliance, digital corporate compliance book, of which includes the AI governance and the other technologies that are used in compliance. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.